Hey there everybody. Might be a bit windy, or it is a little bit windy where I am. You can actually probably, might be hearing it a little in my headphones here. So I want to talk about overwhelm, and ultimately because I've experienced it, many people experience it. In fact, some people live in overwhelm for their entire lives. And sometimes there's this feeling that you're buried, that you're overcome and distracted by a whole sense of emotions. And in overwhelm, a lot of our emotions are amplified. So we have this amplification of stories, and ultimately we stop. When we're overwhelmed, we don't perform at our best. We struggle with making decisions in our overwhelm. I'm just waving to a friend here. We struggle with our decisions, and also we tend to pull back, or we start to withdraw, because the emotions are so strong that it's almost like we want to pull the covers over our head. And so we have this feeling of impending drowning, and a sense of hey, how you doing? Who is that there? Hey Harry, how you doing? Good morning from Scotland. So at any one time, and even in business, this sense of perhaps I've got to do so much, or there is this endless dread that stops us, right? Lots of big feelings, lots of big emotions. And so I find one of the things when I'm overwhelmed, I've lost a sense of clarity and direction in terms of where I'm heading. In fact, I've gone kind of off purpose in what I'm doing, and I'm starting to think about things that are not really that important to me. So I'm not focusing. So when I'm feeling overwhelmed, or when I felt overwhelmed, or when I'm listening to people, especially when I'm working with clients, and I hear that there's this sense of overwhelm in terms of where they're at and what's going on. A big part is they've kind of lost that connection to the things that are important to them. And I think one of the ways that you can step outside of overwhelm, because whilst you're in it, it's hard. You're feeling all those emotions. It feels really, it feels terrible. Like you feel completely stuck, right? So I know it's easy for me to say that if you just gave yourself one moment, it's almost like lifting the overwhelm that's hanging all over you, on your shoulder. If you were able to just take it off your back for a moment in your mind's eye, and just put it aside for a second, and just step aside from the overwhelm that you're experiencing, and then go back to thinking about your values, about what's important to you, what is really important, why are those values really important to you, and it's almost like you're reconnecting with those things that matter, rather than the things ultimately that are culminating in things that don't matter. So understand, in that situation or those times of overwhelm, one of the ways to get yourself, or snap yourself out of that, is to start thinking about what's really important, and then take one small aspect of that thing, or those things that are important, only a small aspect, and even the fact that you're taking the moment to sit down and think about what's important is an action that you're taking to reconnect with those things that will be supportive and encouraging of your values, and more importantly, the things that you want to experience that have meaning to you. So I look at overwhelm as jumping off the path of clarity, jumping off the path of losing the sense of what's important, our values, and I feel that one of the ways that you can reconnect, or to re-engage what's important, is to just acknowledge and think about those things that are important. Think about the things that you're grateful for. Think about the things that you want to experience. Think about the things, and this is a hard thing to do when you're in that moment, because I know that the expression of that emotion is so strong that you just want to crawl up into a ball, and you don't want to know, you don't want to be in the world in those times where you're overwhelmed. So as a bit of solace, it is a story at a moment in time. Overwhelm, it's not meaningless. It is an expression of your emotions, but it is truth for you in terms of your reality. And in that moment, it is not the entirety of your existence. It is a moment where you're connecting with that feeling and that sense of heaviness, that feeling of that sense of what do I do? You know, you can't make decisions, right? So if you want to make great decisions, reconnect with what's important. Reconnect with your values. Reconnect with people who will nurture, encourage. Put aside all those things that stop you, right? Put them aside just for a moment. It's like lifting off the backpack and just putting it aside for a second to allow yourself just that space to go, you know what? There's a whole bunch of other things that are really important here. And start to acknowledge, start to connect, and then start to get into a little routine, small routines to change your behavior so that you can actually see a small level of progress. Because that's all you need, is an inkling that you're moving forward, that you're progressing, that you're stepping out of this thing that is debilitating and stopping you from making decisions and stopping you from taking action. So these are stories that we get caught up in, and sometimes we place such heavy value upon the emotions that we're feeling that we're allowing that to actually cloud our judgment in a lot of ways. So I see in just talking to people who have felt this way, oftentimes it is a moment. Those overwhelming moments will pass, but you need to acknowledge that and put that aside. But hopefully this helps you, because I know that in moments where I've experienced overwhelm, I've realized really quickly, say, look, this is not where I want to be. This is not what I want to be doing. There are far more things that are far more important than this emotion or this feeling that I'm feeling, because I'm attaching so much to it, and it's very easy to do that, right? But it is only a feeling, and a feeling can pass, and you can change your perspective very, very easily. So honestly, I see it in lots of people that I work with in my coaching business. I see it and experience it myself, and often find that when that moment comes, it's because I've lost connection to those things that are really important to me. So I hope this has been helpful. Make sure you do little things to support the things that are really important to you, because you'll find that when you do that, you're going to experience a better expression of the things that you aspire to when you connect with those things that are important. And remember, it's important to you, not to anybody else, not to those around you, not to self-judge, right? Just be a little bit more kind, a little bit more loving, a little bit more accepting of who you are, because you are a magnificent miracle on this planet. And your purpose here is to grow. Your purpose here is to add value to your life, and in doing that, you're kind of adding value to a whole bunch of other people's lives as well. So hopefully this has been helpful to you. I know I've posted a couple of philosophical videos here of late, got away from the business stuff, got into a little bit of the human stuff. I guess sometimes it's nice to have a bit of a balance to talk about some real people stuff along the way. And Harry, just starting out. Congratulations, Harry. Starting out is good. Means you're putting one foot in front of the other and taking some action, which is great. So with that, I want to thank you. I look forward to seeing you on the next video. If you're interested in an entrepreneurial pursuit, if you're interested in consulting, if you're interested in building a marketing agency, just head on over to consultingunleashed.com. There is some free training that you can get your hands on how to get out there, get started, and generate some clients, if that's something that you're interested in. Other than that, I look forward to seeing you on some more videos here in the group. Take care.